So he's cute, he's nice, seems like he's crazy about you.
No. We are not getting into this right now with him in the very next room.
Oh my God, he's sick.
And again, we are not getting into this right now.
Okay, understood. I'm sorry.
Mother walks up to the bench.
Dinner's ready.
As they go to seat themselves at the table.
Eben is always acting like his mother and I are conspiring against him. We're just looking out for him and only want what's best for him.
Gee, hun, is this true?
Careful. I can punish you when we get back to the hotel.
Oh yes, just what every parent wants to hear.
I can't believe you would say that in front of your parents. You know, in all fairness, Eben has always spoken very highly of both of you.
Oh, I was lying, obviously.
So, did you see the president's latest speech on TV?
Oh, no.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Wait, did you vote for him?
No.
Good. I mean, what an idiot! And people act like, oh, how can you all hate him? The things that he's doing. I mean, at least he's just a village idiot. His heart might be in the right place. At least he might think his heart is in the right place, but he is surrounded by such evil, horrible people. It makes my blood boil.
Alice and her friend Janet are now sitting by Kyle's computer.
I am so tired of people making fun of our president. I mean, he talks simply, but he has a folksy charm, you know?
Janet, I don't vote. The system is broken. None of them give a flying fuck about any of us. Democrat, Republican, whatever.
But it's not an easy job. Most of the people bashing Bush wouldn't be any good at it. Can you imagine the press covering your every move? Your every word? We would all be screwing it up left and right.
True.
It's not a job I would want, I tell you that.
One thing I'll say for this country is the people have always voted for the right man at the right time. Even when I didn't vote for the person who won, the voice of the people was heard. And whoever was elected turned out to be the right man for the job at the time he was elected.
Even Nixon?
Yes, even Nixon. But this man, this Bush, he wasn't elected by the people.
He was appointed.
Exactly. He didn't win the popular vote. Hell, we don't even know if he won the electoral college vote because of all the shenanigans in Florida. So here we are, stuck with a man who was not selected by the people. Indeed, very likely someone who will be proven to have been the wrong man for the job all this time. It's an unprecedented moment in our country's history.
See? Now do you see where I get it?
Kyle, there are many times where I go out in the garage and just sit there and wait for these two to calm down. You have no idea what it's like walking into a room while they're watching the news.
Oh, no. I think I can imagine.
Blackout. Scene, I think we're at 9. The next morning, Eben and Kyle wake up in each other's arms.
Shit. The weekend's over. I really don't want to leave.
Well, I can visit you sometime this summer.
That'd be awesome.
Eben and Kyle get out of bed in their boxers. Kyle suddenly feels winded and collapses back on the bed. Eben rushes over to him.
What? What is it?
Nothing.
Eben touches Kyle's forehead with his hand.
Your head's warm. You're burning up.
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
Eben and Kyle resume to getting dressed as older Eben and Smith come walking back in and sit down on the bench as they talk.
When he got home that afternoon, Kyle noticed he had a fever of 103. He saw his doctor the next day and realized he had shingles.
Now, shingles for any one of us is a major inconvenience, but when you have AIDS, that's the beginning of the end.
Yes, and you were sensitive enough to say that to me as soon as I found out he had shingles. But I digress. We continued as we always had, talking online every day, watching the same TV show. And then 3 months later.
By now, Eben and Kyle have returned to their computers and are typing. Eben looks like he's feeling guilty. Alice stands by Kyle.
Can't believe you never took down that boyfriend application.
It's not like anyone's responding.
And Evan's okay with that?
He's never told me to take it down.
Well, that settles it. He is an idiot.
Come on.
No, really. Either he's too scared to lose you and won't speak up, when I would totally speak up, or he doesn't realize it's still up. I don't know.
Oh, the idiot says hi, by the way.
Aw, tell him I said hi as well. Anyway, the girls and I are going out to the Whistling Werewolf. Sure you don't want to join?
I'm sure.
Is Evan planning on visiting next month?
Yeah, I can't wait to show him around the area. You know, when we went driving around for like 4 hours, and he showed me where he went to school, where he used to hang out. Granted, it wasn't all that different from this area, but he held my hand almost the entire time we drove around.
That really is a sweet story. Do you think the two of you might ever, move a little closer to each other at least?
Alice, I'm dying.
Stop.
No, you live here with me. You can see how my health is slowly declining. And one day you'll wake up and find I'm not here.
I can't hear this right now.
I want you to be prepared. When I reach the final phase of my illness, I don't want to subject you or anyone else to what will happen. I will disappear.
But
Please. I need to be alone then.
Alice walks out crying. Kyle considers going after her, but then returns to talking online with Evan.
It was awkward at work today. Customers being very flirtatious and then asked me out.
What happened? Did you say yes?
Of course not.
Why?
Because I love you.
But you can't put your life on hold for me.
I'm not.
But you are. You seem to think this is going somewhere where it never can.
I thought we were in love.
You have no idea how much I love you, but you have your whole life ahead of you. I don't. My story is coming to an end. Yours is about to begin. I want you to live.
You want me to see other people?
Yes.
Are you seeing anyone else?
Of course not.
Then why the fuck are you pushing me away?
I'm not. I'm just asking you to think more logically here.
Fuck you!
Evan storms away from his computer.
Hun, please respond. Please.
After that, we stopped speaking for a few months.
The stage goes dark. We hear the voice of a news anchor. This just in. You are looking at, obviously, a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center. We have confirmation that another plane has just struck the second tower of the World Trade Center. Scene 10, 9/11. Eben is sitting on the bench, which is now being used as a couch again, watching TV. Mother is sitting at the dining room table, fixing a broken blender, but also watching the TV. Mother comes in.
Another plane hit the Pentagon?
Yeah.
Kyle used to work at the Pentagon after he'd been stationed in Okinawa. He was a Marine.
I don't want to hear about him. He hurt you, and you should keep him off your mind.
Your mother's right. Wait, Kyle was a Marine and gay?
He wasn't gay at the time. Okay, he was, but in denial. He was actually engaged to a woman over there. When she called off their engagement, he snuck into her driveway in the middle of the night and removed the entire bottom of her car. And he spent one night in a Japanese prison before his superior officer got him released.
And you find that story amusing?
Kyle now sits at his computer looking upset. He begins typing.
Hey, you loved when Angela Bassett's character set fire to her ex-husband's car in Waiting to Exhale. I don't want to hear it.
But Evan, you're forgetting the best part. She also put all his belongings inside that car before doing that.
And now do you see why I'm terrified of your mother? Anyway, none of the tools here will work. I'll be out in the garage.
Father exits. Eben goes on his computer. Mother exits.
Eben, I'm not sure you'll respond. I hope you will. I don't know if you're in the city now or not. I hope you're not. Are you okay? No matter what you think, I do love you and I miss you.
I miss you as well.
Eben looks over at the TV.
Oh my god, they're letting Bin Laden's siblings fly out of the country now? What the fuck? Flights are being grounded and the only people allowed to leave the country are the family members of...
Eben, relax. I know you always get on your soapbox, but just take a moment to breathe. You've heard the expression black sheep of the family, haven't you?
Yeah, though in my family's case, it would be weirder to have a white sheep in the family. That's why we really don't keep in touch.
I've met 2 of his brothers and 1 of his sisters. They're nice people.
How did you meet the Bin Ladens?
When I worked at the Pentagon, they were visiting.
Wait, why the hell were there Bin Ladens visiting the Pentagon?
Older Eben and Smith walk back in.
Anyway, I'm glad we're speaking again.
Me too. Look, I gotta run. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah.
Eben and Kyle exit.
And we resumed right where we had left off. Working every day online, watching the same shows on TV. He was the first person I would talk to every day, and the last person I would talk to before going to bed every night.
Not to dwell on unpleasant subjects. When did he die again?
2003. I didn't know right away. One day we were talking online. Next day, stopped. I figured he was dead. But I wasn't sure. And then a few years later, I just did a Google search one day. Googled his name and stumbled upon his obituary. And it was from around the time he vanished from my life.
Alice enters, dressed all in black and reading the obituary.
Kyle worked in a computer lab at SUNY Potsdam for 15 years. He is survived by his loving mother and father. And fiancée Alice? Fiancée?
The obituary seemed to have been written by his parents. They rewrote the parts of his life story they were uncomfortable with. He was now straight. The cause of death, pneumonia.
Alice is now joined by Janet, who has 2 beers in her hand.
I can't believe he's gone.
Janet, what do you think happens when we die? Like, heaven and hell? Do you believe in any of that stuff?
I don't know. Never believed in anything I can't see.
Smith, do you believe in an afterlife?
I never thought much about it, but there have been places I feel a presence. Yeah, I guess I do.
Janet, you believe this is it? The world we live in right now. Like, there's no such thing as a human soul. Just this physical body, which falls apart over time?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a bleak and depressing outlook, don't you think?
What's so bleak about it?
Ceasing to exist? Nothingness?
It's no different than before you were born. Can you remember before you were born? You had no consciousness then, now did you?
Wait. You know who could absolutely remember before they were born? Shirley MacLaine.
I naturally like the idea of heaven, but hope there isn't a hell.
Where would the bad people go? You want Charles Manson to go to heaven?
Of course not, but
what?
Maybe a place where people can go to repent and be redeemed. Even the likes of, a Charles Manson, or, I guess that's kind of like the Catholic concept of purgatory.
Purgatory is a perfect example of what I hate in organized religion. Remember, there was a time when the Catholic Church told people they could pay them so their loved ones could leave purgatory and get into heaven. A disgusting, money-making scam.
But there's more to it than just that. If the worst of us, like Hitler or Stalin, can go to purgatory, atone for their sins, and, if even they can be saved, then there's even hope for you and me.
Actually, I gotta get back to the house. Dad's been with her all day taking care of her.
I thought they were sending people from hospice to help.
They come in for a couple hours every day, but my mother really can't be left alone. I mean, she's up in her favorite chair, but it can sometimes take my father and I an hour to get her in a comfortable position.
She really can't move well.
No.
Look, I'll call you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Older Eben and Smith exit. Alice and Janet by now are sitting on the floor. They're both plastered.